Hi, everyone. I'm Steve, back here again with Pastor Victor Brote. We want to talk about how God gives us ability to produce wealth, and we need to use it wisely and for His glory. So, what's the verse, Pastor?
Deuteronomy 8:18. Deuteronomy 8:18. But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms His covenant, which He swore to your ancestors as it is today. Again, an amazing. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's like I've seen that in my life, and I've gotten older. I'm 60 right now at the time of this little talk we're doing, this video, and I look back and see that I used to think I was smart. I'm not smart. And every year I get kind of dumber. But I look at the businesses and what God has created, and where did that ability come from? It's His. It just blows me away when I look at, wow, and if you guys want to find out more about me, you can go to stevemain.com. But it's amazing when you look at it, and I give God the glory, and I thank Him every day when I see what He's built and what He's created. There's no way. I mean, I was on for the ride, and yeah, I was, like we talked about before, I was diligent and, made, hopefully God sees me as one of those who makes His plans diligently. But the miracle is amazing at what I see God has created, and He's done it. I look back and I go, there's times I tried to mess it up. He wouldn't let me.
Yeah, I know you worked very hard, and I think I did too. I got to the point where I paid off my house at a fairly young age, and just owned it outright and clear. And if you walk by the tenets, and this is what Deuteronomy is telling us, that He gives us an outline. It's a second giving of the laws, and it's not simply laws. It's a pattern of life. When Solomon had the reins of the kingdom, this wise man, he did all these things, and then he turned away. He did not remember the Lord your God. And when he turned away, it was like the wealth just sucked right out of the nation. And I see that happening left and right in people's lives. And when they turn away from God, it just somehow, all that money, all that hard work just disappears. When you follow Him in a faithful sort of way, I'm not saying that life is just generally smooth, but there is just a tendency, when we are balanced with God's laws and rules and regulations and perceptions, we make decisions that lead us into wealth. I made a lot of mistakes. I ignored some of the things that were clear in Scripture just by mistake. And those things that the rug pulled out from under me. But thank goodness God just blessed and blessed and blessed. And He does that as long as we don't get in the way.
Yeah, great points, Pastor. And I would just add that be humble and trust God, and then give Him the credit for what's happening in your life. And that doesn't mean everyone's going to have this successful this or that, because we all have our specific callings. But it's important to be humble, and humble can sneak up on anyone. Humility can sneak up on anyone. Humility can sneak up on homeless people. I've seen it. I'm a better homeless person than you are. So remember to be humble, trust God, and give Him the credit and recognition for allowing you to produce whatever He's helped you produce for whatever your calling is. So
just a second to straighten that out. Just a second. Humility, you mean pride, comes in all sorts of forms.
Avoid humility. Yeah, we definitely don't want to avoid humility. Let me say that all again. We want to avoid pride and be humble. So Yeah, maybe it's age, but yeah, it's important to be humble. It's important to be humble and trust God. So that's what we want to be, humble. We don't want to avoid humility. We want to avoid pride. So thanks for correcting that, Pastor. We'll see you next time.
Take care.